In a world filled with chaos, confusion, misconceptions, and a million questions, God has sent His servants to bring unto us liberation in faith, marriage, finance, and purpose. And from us, a generation is rising, one with strong faith, hope, and love. A generation that will never take no for an answer. This is the Apostolic movement.
Loneliness is a curse.
Genesis chapter 2, verse 18. Genesis chapter 2, verse 18. If you're there, please read together with me. 1, 2, go. And the Lord God said, it is not good that man should be alone. I will make him a helper comparable to him. Now, this is not a relationship service, so single people, relax. I know that this text traumatizes you. They've used this text to torment you. But before I move from it, let me say, you too. If you're 35, 36, 37, as a man, you have a job, you are still single, it is not good, oh. That's commentary. It is not good. But I'll have you understand that this wasn't talking about marriage or romantic relationships at all. Understand this. No way would God have achieved what he wanted to achieve without the family. But the family, marriage or romantic relationships was not the focus here. God was not rebuking or talking against singleness, the state of being unmarried. He was talking against solitude. There's a difference. There's a difference. Not singleness, but solitude. And this is not just the comment of an observer. This is the comment of the one who made man himself. If the manufacturer looks at his product and says, this one is not working well, this function. So God is not talking against singleness, he's talking against solitude. And like I said, this is not just the observation of an observer. This is the manufacturer telling you how his product should not function. Even if you don't know that about yourself. As far as you're concerned, you're a hard guy. You thrive on solitude. God said it's a lie. It is not good that man should be alone. Because there is something called a user manual. And the manufacturer tells you how best his product should function. The built-in design standard. The factory recommendation. Have you heard of phrases like that before? And so the one who made man said, it's not good. Listen to me. If you don't have people who care about you genuinely, no strings attached, it is not good. God is telling you it's not good. That's not a good thing. If you can disappear, stand up from where you are, travel for 2 weeks, and nobody checks on you, it is not good. And the reason we need to talk about it is because everything that the Bible has said is not good in Genesis 2:18, culture has presented it to you as if it is something to aim for. Like that is the measure of success. That the more success you have, the more transcendent you become. You buy an island in a neighborhood, without neighbors, and you just isolate yourself. There are many people, if they die, nobody knows they died. There are many houses, they broke into them and discovered the inhabitant of their house had died for weeks and nobody checked on the person. Go to the morgues. There are many people who are dead with nobody to claim their body or even to give a recognition. It is not good that man should be alone. And this culture is driving this unhealthy, individualistic perspective. You see people, there are people 38, 39, 49, men. They have a good job, they have everything. Marriage has not really crossed their mind. I know I said it's not about marriage, but it's also involved. I read your mind. It is not good. I know there's another sort of one too. Can I speak freely? You said I should speak, oh? They said, at least for the average man, when he settles financially, the next thing he thinks of is raising a family. When many women settle financially, they realize they don't need a man. They said, remember, they said, I read it somewhere. And I don't think
that's the norm in most places. But just in case you're caught in that web, this is the word of the Lord. No be me talking. Genesis 2:18. It is not good. It is not good. If you are in trouble, how many people care? You know, my wife showed me a video, a viral video. Did you watch it? Of a lady in the US whose dad visited the village. And after months, she noticed the communication kept dwindling until she lost touch. And being a woman of the spirit, she lost peace, booked her flight, took a leave from work, booked her flight, and came from the US. Who can make that sacrifice for you? Hard guy. You will need it one day. Are you listening to me? Flew all the way. When she went to the family house, first red flag, she saw that the relatives had put a pile of sand to deceive the outsiders that there was nobody inside. Maybe they were renovating. They went in, she found her dad emaciated. He could no longer walk. They just kept him there, locked him there, and they were taking his money every month. One of the family members had tried to change his will so that it would come to them. They wanted to kill him there. So make no mistake, when I'm talking about not being alone, see, you can have people around you and be alone. I hope you know that. You know, one of the times I realized this, I was doing my MBA program, and after one of the classes, two people begged me for a lift, a guy and a girl. So they entered the car with me. The guy dropped first, and then the woman was there, an older woman, not old, but older. And one thing led to another, we're talking. And then the bombshell. She said, if her husband goes broke, she will leave him instantly. So I laughed. I thought she was joking. I looked at her. She was not joking. First, let me play devil's advocate. It depends on what the man sold to her. You know, some people, all they present to women is money. So that was the contract. I didn't come here to suffer. You know? Some men, if you take their money, they have nothing to offer. They can't sit and have an emotional conversation. There's that. But on the other hand, I felt pity for the man at home. He thinks he has a wife. For context, I had never sat to talk to that woman before. Unprovoked, she told me she will leave her husband. You don't know how serious this is. I began to pray for the man. Loneliness is a curse. And don't let culture lie to you that it's okay. Someone was taking me on a road trip in Toronto, Canada. And I drove past an avenue they called the Absolute Avenue. And past a skyscraper they called the Absolute World. More than 100 floors. It was awarded Skyscraper of the Year. I didn't know there was such a thing. Skyscraper of the Year in the year 2012, thereabout. But even if the designer called it Absolute World, the media and observers renamed it Marilyn Monroe. Because they said the building looked like the shape of her body. The famous actress. And it just became another example of how sometimes I pity people who are exceptionally beautiful. Because this is another picture of how everybody just looks for an excuse to objectify you. They say, that's how our waist is. You did laugh because you didn't say I'm happy. Don't worry, I'm not judging you. So, I mean, it is famously called the Marilyn Monroe building. All right? Now, in an interview, at the peak of her career as an actress, with all the fame, with all the money, she was asked a question and she just replied. She said, money and fame don't matter to me as much. She said, I want to be loved, not desired. Loved, not desired. Listen, you can be the center of attraction and be alone. Are you listening to me? It can be even more lonely when all eyes are on you. After a while, it was revealed she was battling mental illness, substance abuse, and so many vices. It is not good that man should be alone. You don't know how blessed you are to have real relationships in your life. Some of you, all your friends are fake. fake. You have to pretend to be who you are not just to belong. Borrow things you don't have. Shoe, bag, car, fake life. And when you really need them, that's when you know you are alone. And for such people, there will be opportunity for real interactions. Is the idiots that don't care about you, that you want to be your friend by force. Because the people who really care about you, they're not picture perfect. Two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. He said, if one should fall, the other one should lift up his companion. You don't know how important this is. Is there anybody in the world that if you are in trouble, you can run to them? You know they will have your back. But woe to him who is alone when he falls. The Bible says, woe. You fell and you were alone. I know you are a brilliant financial planner, but things happen. I know you are careful, but things happen. Listen, let me tell you something. I know many marriages that did not have to break. If they just had one wise friend to say, my friend, behave yourself. Simple things escalate. No wisdom in your full circle. No wisdom. No wisdom. Some will even be pointing, if you have small issue in your marriage, there are some people that if you tell, the marriage will break. Woe is he that is alone in the day of trouble. Are you alone? And this is one of the many instances where you can say boldly, God said it first. Before any doctor did any research, before any psychologist commented on the importance of community and companionship, God said it first. There is no written document talking about this subject that is older than Genesis 2:18, where God said it is not good that man should be alone. Every research was catching up to what the Bible already said. It's already right in there. Every other thing that we learned about later, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, how that man's, of course, first and ultimate need is the need for food and shelter, but as it gets higher beyond the physiological needs, there will now be things like self-actualization, the need for love and a sense of belonging. People who love you, no strings attached. Do you know how rare that is? It's wild out there. Who just want to be there for you, but they don't want anything in return. Please, if you have friends like that, cherish it. That is a gift from God. Listen to me. In the Garden of Eden, Adam walked with God. He enjoyed divine company. Yet God said, it is not good that man should be alone. So even God said, I know that you enjoy my company. I want you to have other company with others. Walk with me, but walk with others also. MOG, who is your friend? I know you speak in tongues. Who are your guys? Are you getting what I'm saying here? I mean, it was God who said it. He walks in the cool of the day to fellowship with Adam. But he said, it is not good. God is not insecure. Go and make friends.
In a world filled with chaos, confusion, misconceptions, and a million questions, God has sent his servants to bring unto us liberation in faith, marriage, finance, and purpose. And from us, a generation is rising, one with strong faith, hope, and love. A generation that will never take no for an answer. This is the Apostolic Movement.